Hey, welcome everybody. We're back for some more Beyond the Wall. Pretty excited about the puzzles that are going to be happening this week because I've heard a little bit about them and I'm really excited to find out what they actually are. Um, Before we jump into the story and all that stuff, though, we're going to let everybody introduce themselves, and then I'll pass it on over to Yaz to take it away. So let's yeah, we'll do normal order. So top left, that's me. I'm Raven. I'm the creative director for the Raven Evermore, which is my brand for everything that I do, from tabletop games to game design, art, voice acting, a whole ton of stuff. Um, you can find out all about what I do at my link tree, which has links to all my stuff, including my website where my portfolio is and all that jazz. And then I play Mare, who is the Chosen One playbook in Monster of the Week. And the way I've described Mare is if DC's Raven and Scarecrow had a child who grew up with her role model as Batman. That's basically Mare. She's very antisocial and kind of quiet and gothy. Excuse me. And strikes fear into the hearts of her enemies, and then that's about it. Um, yeah, that's Mare. Other things to talk about real quick are sponsors. Before I forget, right there in chat. So there's Grinding Coffee Company, which is fantastic. Coffee, they roast everything right before they ship it, so it's about as fresh as you can get without roasting it yourself, which is a lot harder than it sounds because I've tried. Uh, it's really good stuff, though. You should definitely check it out. And then Fundamental RPG, which is my own tabletop system. It's what Animus and Water this season run on. You can pre-order second edition at coffee.com/raven/shop, as well as Intrepid, which is my brand for IRL adventuring gear. So athletic wear, outdoor wear, and casual wear and accessories with a strong tabletop theme at the same website. So all of that's in chat, and that spiel being done, I will pass it on to Paladin. Tell us a little bit about Tom and yourself.
Hi everyone, I'm Paladin Hulk, Twitch moderator for Random Tuesday, Little Red Dot, and today I am playing Tom Fan again. I'm a ghost. I used to be a songwriter, then I died. I don't remember how, because I haven't thought up how I died yet, because I've been real lazy as a player. But, we can all just forget I never said that at all and just move right along to how much fun we're all having being a ghost, running around in like the world of dreams, but it looked like a tower and there was a puzzle with books. Yeah, good times. Hanging around with my best buddy Joe.
Fantastic. Next, we'll pass it on over to Anina. Tell us a little bit about Faye and yourself.
Hi, I'm Anina Kasky. I'm a London-based actor and writer. I don't know why I said London with such enthusiasm.
So proud of London. Perhaps you've heard of it.
It sounded really cool.
Good. I don't know where that came from. Anyway, I'm an actor and writer. I have a YouTube channel, like everyone and their cousin. It's called The Awkward Actress, and you can go watch some comedy, watch some dark drama as well that I wrote. It's won awards, which I'm very smug about. Felia is the archangel of all animals, and she doesn't quite understand humans. And we shall see what craziness she comes up with this week.
Fantastic. Next, we've got Hannah. Tell us a little bit about Joe and yourself.
Hi, everybody. My name is Hannah. I'm Whoa Hannah on every platform. Not that I have a lot going on. I'm basically a layabout. I will be playing Joe today, who is definitely secured her position as the straight man of the group. Dislikes all this magic and nightmare shenanigans and would like to live with in reality, please, despite being best friends with a ghost. And she's really just not here for any of it.
All right. And then last but not least, Yaz, tell us a little bit about you in this wonderful world and take it away.
Hey, I'm Yaz or Yasmin or Bodelia or Miss Tart or whatever it is that you want to call me. I respond to everything. I'm a visual storyteller, which is really how I got into DMing. Primarily an artist and illustrator, and that's kind of how this world fell into my lap. This world is written by the author Cecilis on Twitter. You can follow him on Twitter there. He wrote the majority of this world and gave me permission to open and play in it. I am illustrating a comic book that is written for this world. It's his baby that I'm just bringing to life, and we get the really cool opportunity of getting muddy in his world. So I really appreciate that. So big thanks to Cecilis. If you get a chance, check him out. And last week was our first episode, and our players, after kind of realizing the state of emergency that the city is in, the mayor begged them and offered a small handful of different types of bribes to get them to go on this mission to save the city and hopefully find hope out in the world beyond it. They managed to find their way out of a tunnel and into what looks like an alchemist lab or library, and they were able to open the first door. And to kind of give you a setting, let me describe the second room that your characters are walking into. This beautiful ornate door with all of its moving pieces, and actually I did artwork for this door. Let me get the link for it real quick. If you're interested.
Should be interested because
I
it's
get it.
beautiful art.
Oh, it is.
See
So
if you can spot the snakes.
I had a lot of fun drawing this. This door with all its working pieces kind of shifts and clinks and everything moves until there is this gateway that you can walk through, and you're walking into this second room that is very well lit. And as you all look around, the room is very wide. There's not a lot in it. There seems to be a very large orrery or a planetary mobile that has been set up in the middle of the room, and opposite of the room from you is a second door. This one doesn't look like it's made of so many parts, but almost appears to be inlaid with stained glass or very smooth polished stones in such a manner that it looks like a mosaic. And above you, you have a massive sky window, sunroof window, I don't know the word for it, that shows the sun at its zenith as it's lighting up this room. This room is very warm with golds that are reflecting and casting light everywhere. The orrery is at a standstill. Nothing is moving, but all of the planets in the solar system and the sun are there with one additional planet showing.
Pluto.
No, Pluto's part of there. I count Pluto as a planet. It could get stuck.
Scar.
So there are 10 planets and the sun that are shown.
Right, I run up to
That's
the
not
orrery.
right.
Oh boy, an orrery.
The tenth
Which
one
one's your
must be
favorite,
Captain.
Joe?
Say that.
You're a Venus girl. You like Mars. What do you got? Which is your favorite?
Wait, is that directed at me?
Yeah.
What's that extra one? What is it? That's not supposed to be there. I've read a thing or two about space.
I think that's Pluto.
The additional one, upon further investigation, actually comes directly after Earth. Yeah, between Earth and Venus. Let me pull up my references just to make sure that I don't get dyslexic on our planets.
Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars.
I think I remember
Belt?
reading about something like this. There was like an Earth 2, but I
What?
don't think it was supposed to be like in the same. It was like a parallel thing. I don't think it's supposed to be like right next to Earth.
It
Is this
is.
like one
Have
of
an
them?
Earth right next to Earth.
I did get the order mixed up. I apologize. It comes between Mars and Jupiter.
Oh.
Is
Sorry.
this one of them conspiracy theories, orreries? You know, like is one of the planets flat? Like,
Jupiter's got like a bunch of moons and stuff, right? Maybe it's one of like the bigger moons.
Is it in the asteroid belt?
It
It's
is.
an asteroid belt, right?
It is. Is it? Dang it. My brain is just
Out
like
of space. We need Jay.
I usually know these things, but my brain is like, nah, not today.
Hey,
it,
space is pretty big.
I've heard that about it.
Space takes my breath away.
It when you
Yeah, I got you.
when you take a look at it, you do not see the asteroid belt. Just this planet. The asteroid belt is not marked in this orrery.
All right.
Maybe
I hope
that
to God I'm
planet,
saying that right.
maybe
Can
that
I-
planet is the asteroid belt, just like pre-belty part.
Maybe this planet is called Hope, and if we bring it back, the mayor will give us all our rewards.
Can I run my hands sort of over this thing and see if I can feel any magical
Magic.
power, magic, even? Anything that I can affect.
I'm going to see if it's plugged in.
Can I have you roll weird for me?
Yeah, sure.
I got my lunch, but it is so many moving parts.
Well, that is my trend on how I roll.
Oh, where'd our rolls go? Yeah,
There we go.
set up so
I found
everybody else can see it.
it. All right. So you do, like, as you were reaching out and kind of testing the weirdness of this orrery, you do get a slight sensation of magic. But when you focus on it, it's almost like reaching out to catch a mouse. The magic is just out of reach for you.
Okay.
And seems to kind of dart around the room in a very passive manner. It doesn't seem to be creating enough energy to kickstart anything.
So it doesn't feel like a spirit. It's just a. Does it feel like a spirit?
No, it does not feel like a spirit.
Okay.
Is the mobile the only thing that's kind of in the room besides the door?
It is primarily you do see at the edges of the walls kitty corner to the doorways, the one you walked through and the one that is on the other side of the room. There are like a small bookshelves with very neat and tidy books set into these shelves. Would you all like to roll sharp for me?
I would love to.
Ooh.
I'm having too much fun. There's no focus.
Okay.
Something about to happen.
Green bigger.
Oh, nope.
Oh, great.
Uh,
Just
Oh no.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look at
No.
that.
Y'all may mark
We're the devil.
experience.
Yeah, literally.
Nice.
Oh my god.
That's
great,
three
guys.
sixes
Good
in
job.
a row.
So the room, as you're walking around, as you're looking, you don't really see anything that really jumps out or shows you what the mechanics for this area might be. There's nothing unusual about the door. It looks like a door that does not have a doorknob. And the books are all about space, essentially, both astronomy and astrology. So there's a lot of like spiritualism and if you believe in astrology, I'm sorry, but fiction mixed in with the astronomy and like how different cultures have perceived that. Sorry, guys.
Felia doesn't care. She's just like, it's too This area does not concern me.
So you said that there's like a mosaic on the door. What like,
Yes.
does it appear to be anything? Like is there an image happening?
So as you get closer to this mosaic, at first it looks like nonsense. Like it just looks really pretty. It's refracting the words are harder today than they were last week. Refracting the light. But as you start to get closer to it and you're looking at the pieces that you know how in stained glass there's metal that fills the spaces between the colored glass. You recognize that the metal is making out a very distinct letter, like it reads as a sentence. And while you're looking at it, hold on, I have to pull up my notes here for it. The door says, "All that naturally grows feasts on light." And I would like to let you know that there are 2 letters that are emboldened or appear bigger than the rest of the letters in the saying. Those
Big
are the A in naturally and the R in grows.
I think this might
Can
just
you
be one big augmented reality thing.
So what is it? Okay, can you say what it says again? I'm gonna just type it in chat so I remember.
I can type it out for you too if you'd like.
Thank you.
The door says, "All that naturally grows feasts on light." I'll put that in our Zoom chat.
Bless.
All that glitters is gold.
Holy shoot. No, we can't sing.
Oh, right. Dang it.
It's illegal.
There we go. All right, so that's how the sentence appears. Oh, I messed up. There we go. That's how the sentence appears in the doorway.
Okay.
Would you like to investigate anything else in the room specifically? You also do have the stairway that goes into the darkness in the other room. The door did not close behind you.
Oh, that's
I'll have calmed
nice.
down enough to investigate the orrery because I've been playing with it,
Mm-hmm.
and I think now I'll calm down enough to do something somewhat useful.
So
Nope.
wow.
Oh my
Wow,
God.
we're on a good start today, guys.
I think
We used all our smarts figuring out the last puzzle.
Yeah.
Now with no more.
Mayor's gonna
Well-
look around and see if like any of the books or anything else in the room has like, you know, an unusually capitalized A or R like that. Looking
So-
for clues.
Real quick, Tom, as you're investigating the orrery, you accidentally knock Earth's moon off of the orrery stand. Even though you're a ghost. Somehow.
I know, just like
Some way you have knocked this moon off of the thing.
No one's
Great.
seen the moon in
Now the
ages,
moon's
it's fine.
haunted.
Mayor, you do not find any titles that have any unusual capitalizations in them.
Okay.
You do find that that there are a few books that are specifically astrology and specifically astronomy, where they don't really mix, but that's the only unusual thing you see about the books.
Okay.
I don't know. There's like no planets that start with A or R. Right? What are planets?
What are planets even?
Okay, so like the planet that does not belong. I would like to look at that.
The planet that does not belong does appear to be very similar to the way Earth is painted. How do you investigate this additional planet?
If I like, actually, if you touch the thing, does it move or is it like state? Like, is it?
If you push on it, like it gives a little bit of a wiggle, but when you push on it harder, it doesn't, it's almost like it comes against gears. There is a machination somewhere.
Ears.
We need to fiddle with the balls. Fiddle with all the balls.
Let's do it.
All right. So I'm going to need you to roll sharp specifically with your expertise. You have
what?
Let's see. I feel like you have a talent that goes hand in hand with this. My brain is catching up.
Expertise. I think that's when somebody else asks for advice.
Okay.
That's the wrong character sheet. I'm looking for.
I have the moves that I have are I've read about this and it wasn't like those. I don't think those are helpful.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. All right, cool. So I'm just gonna have you roll your sharp normally.
Sound good. Okay, brain. Do a good this time. No. Okay, that's 2 6s.
Hold on. Let's get some rolls out of the way because
You said there was no spirit here. You lied.
Only me. Only me.
That's like 4 total 6s and 5 total
this
failures.
is so wild. Okay, roll one more time.
Oh dear.
Just in case.
Oh
Damn.
my god.
The shortest
This is
campaign
starting
ever.
to get unlikely.
Everything explodes.
Yeah.
We're gonna level up
Let's actually
so
look at
much.
the rolls.
I just leveled up.
Oh, they work. They're different. They're different 6s.
I rolled your sharp, Joe, and I got a 6. I don't know what you're doing.
Cursed. She's cursed.
Oh, good. I'm cursed.
All right. So either you can take the fail and the experience, or you can take the roll that I did for you.
Take the experience.
It's your call.
I'm already.
The story is where we are, and we just happen to be here. And that's fine.
In this case, I would like to take the roll. I'm already so close to experience. I'm sure I'll get there.
Okay, cool.
I'm 1 away.
All right. It's too uncanny. I am. We will give you that roll. So you
many 6s.
you get your advanced success as you're looking through it, and you realize upon further inspection that the orrery is built into plates on the floor, and that these plates, when you kind of wiggle them around, you realize that they're not completely connected to anything, and you would be able, in theory, to pull them up to access the mechanics down below.
I will tell everyone about this. Hey, y'all.
Huh? What's going on?
The plates on the floor. We could access the mechanism that runs.
Oh, you're gonna fix the orrery?
Maybe.
All right, have at it.
Do you need help?
I guess. How strong are you?
Are you good with machines? I thought you were like an angel of animals, and like a
I
machine
am.
seems like the totally.
I mean,
opposite
she could
thing.
probably help me lift a plate.
I snap my fingers
Oh.
and I summon an octopus.
Oh boy, sushi.
Ready to roll for that?
You could just do it.
We just got like animal summoner.
Yes.
Octopus appears and it starts putting its tentacles around the plates and pulls them up.
Dang.
Tries to pull them up.
Wow,
So
the
the-
octopus was
Cool.
good at that.
This octopus is able to kind of jimmy and move things around. Now, unfortunately, the octopus has a mind of its own and gets the plate mostly up and kind of slid out of the way and slips into the machination down below, disappearing into the darkness. But
That's supposed to happen.
that first plate is removed now.
Faye does not see a problem with this.
There's just an octopus running around.
You know, we've been taking this angel thing in stride a little, you know, because there's an angel and that has certain, you know, ramifications for heaven being real and God being real. And none of us have really talked about it. And I just wanted to point that out.
Hey, Tom,
Uh-huh.
you're a ghost.
That's true. I am. Look. And I
We
put my
haven't
hand
really
through my
addressed that
chest.
either.
Hey, oh.
You can't. I've tried to address it several times.
I don't really have an
I'm just
address.
saying, mages in glass houses shouldn't throw fireballs. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not a mage, though. Are you a mage?
It's an expression.
Huh,
I don't think
haven't
that's
heard that one.
quite how that one goes.
You don't think it's weird that there's an angel saying you're the chosen one?
Oh no, that's incredibly weird. This whole thing is weird.
I mean, that seems like the most sane thing out of all of this.
Really? You're like,
That
That there's an
makes sense.
angel?
Obviously, I'm the chosen one. I'm so great. All right. No, sure. All right.
I mean, you said it, not me. But
All right, I'll be in the gears. Bye.
Right.
So
And I
you
just say, it's meant to be.
below the
Maybe you
plates.
two should talk more about this whole thing while I go look in the skylight. And I fly up, which I can actually do now without cheating because I got the
Yay!
flying power.
Okay. Tom, I will address you in just a second. Joe, you go to check out the machinations down below, and you find like the machine sits in probably like a 5-foot deep room, just like a hole below these plates, and you can see like it's finely crafted marksmanship. Everything is gold. The small amount of light that is kind of leaking through this panel that you've removed is just everything reflects, and it illuminates itself in kind of a to die for way, just with your interest in mechanics specifically. And at the center of this, you do see a control panel. This control panel is made of filigree and like bejeweled buttons and nozzles and everything, and it seems to be the hub for this whole machine and orrery. But there's also a keypad that seems to have like you have to punch in a certain like a code, you could say, to get everything started.
Guys, I live here now.
cool.
Tom, as you go and inspect the skylight, around the rim of the skylight is another written selection, like what Joe had found on the door, but this time it seems to go on longer and does not appear to have any capital letters in it, like the door did. And this says, as stories began to grow with the world, man named the night and day, and each held their own truth.
Well, that didn't make any sense. I popped
So
my head
cool.
out the skylight to see where I am.
All you can see is the sky and the unmoving sun above you.
Right, but what's below me?
You are able to see this skylight, and as far as your eye can see, this the tower stretches out in either direction without end.
Oh,
And
the
you
building is
cannot-
infinite?
As far as you can tell.
Wow, that's large bit of real estate. All right.
I have a
I'll
question
flip it
about
down.
the window.
Yes,
the
Mayor.
stained glass. The stained glass, is it like if one were to try to look through it, would the other side of it be where we're trying to go down, like past this door, or is it like what direction is it pointing?
You mean the stained glass on the doorway, or the? Sorry, repeat that one more time.
Yeah, I was unclear where the stained glass was. Like, is it part of the door? Is it next to the door?
The stained glass is on the door, but as you kind of get up to see if you can make anything out from it, the backside appears to be too dark to see anything.
Okay, cool. So, what I would like to do is inspect the window closer and see if there are any of the little panes that look like they might be loose that I might be able to pry out so I could see, you know, out to the other side.
And Mare, can you fly?
Not yet.
We're working on it.
How would you like to get to the window? Because the window is on the ceiling.
If you,
Oh,
well,
okay.
if I see her looking up at the window,
Skylight. That's the word I was thinking.
Skylight.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I can't fly yet. So Mayor's probably gonna start grabbing like the table or a chair or something, like start stacking stuff up to climb up. But then Faye mentioned noticing this.
Yep, I noticed this. Guessing you're looking up at the skylight.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, "Do you want to get up there?"
Yes, I do.
So I just grab her by the back of the neck.
It's gruff.
Yeah.
Just got,
And
like a
haul her
hooded
up.
cloak
I'm
and-
going to need you to roll strength to make sure that you can lift Mare up.
Or tough.
Come
Mhm.
on. What would you like me to roll?
Tough, please.
Sorry?
Tough.
Tough.
Tough. Okay. My bat wing and eagle wing are ready. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm the worst angel.
Okay. Roll 20's cursed.
Roll 20 is cursed.
They want us to
Uh,
level up. I agree. Let's get
You
those
can-
powers.
You can either take the failure or we can try and roll again.
What happens if I take the failure? Something weird. Something happens.
Guys, you're primarily unable to get Mare up to the window, but also you may injure yourself or something strange happens. You may
I'll
pick.
try and re-roll because I feel like I should be able to pick someone up, and I have angel wings. I've got the ability angel wings. Doesn't that help me carry people?
I mean, technically it should, but you know.
Sometimes the dice hate you.
Are your arms strong enough?
Do you even lift?
All right, try and roll one more time. In your playbook, are you pushing the white dice or the red dice?
Oh, I thought it was just one button.
I mean,
Which one should I be
it
pressing?
might be, but I don't
red
think
one.
so. The red
Red one.
dice.
Okay, red one.
I don't remember what the white one does.
I can't remember what it does either, but
I also
Are they
thought it was one.
different?
Generally pressing in that general area, thinking it's one button.
wow. Do you want me to
Is that
roll
why
It
for
has to be
you?
one button, right?
It might be one button. I
Uh,
thought it might be two.
Because you're rolling 2 dice for everything. And
Yeah.
those are the
Yeah,
2
so I
dice
thought it
that
was
you
just
roll.
I just clicked the white one just to test it out, and yeah, it's the exact same as the red one. So okay,
All right.
It
doesn't
well,
matter.
We are not
here,
crazy.
since
See,
We're
I
learning
can
about
roll
Roll20
with
today.
dice.
yeah.
This
Here,
is
I'm
why I like
rolling-
real dice. Okay,
You have-
shall I
Oh
roll?
God.
I
I
roll
rolled.
tough?
I rolled Joe's tough. My bad.
Shall I roll again?
Yeah, give it a shot. Let's see.
Okay, I'm pressing the red one.
Okay.
There we go.
Hey!
Goodness.
Hey.
It should
Not
not be
cursed.
like sixes over and over and over again. Okay, so you are successful in picking Mare up and getting her off the ground and to the window. Tom's already up there checking out these words.
Oh, hey. Look, someone's
Mare
been
is,
doodling around the edge of this thing. Something
Mare is,
about
like, doing
the
the-
day and the night having souls or something.
So Bear's like reaching back, like, what's going on? This is weird. And then here's Tom talking. Goes, I don't know what that means. I'm just trying to look at the stained glass. Um, and then yes, I would like Mare to look at the stained glass to see if any of the panes are loose, so she can see through the doorway.
So the stained glass on the window is very on the skylight is very minimal. It just seems to create a border, and there's nothing that really can be jarred or undone. But you also see the text that is written around the window as well. There was the night and day, a man named the night and day, and each had their own truth.
Hmm. Um, in that case, could I use Destiny's Plaything for this?
You!
Which is at the beginning of each mystery, roll plus weird to see what is revealed about your immediate future.
Yes, do it.
Also, thank you so much, Paladin, for gifting that sub to Hannah.
I do that.
Hannah, you can choose to distribute 2d6 if you would like, or you can give advantage to a player.
You are
I
muted.
think you're muted.
You're right, I am. I'm gonna give advantage to Tom then.
Awesome. So I had a 9, which is a vague. This is vague hit about it. I'm assuming that's a typo and it was supposed to be vague hint
Probably.
about it.
All right.
Smack.
So
Just a clue
as
smacks you in the face.
Destiny's Plaything, is kind of you think about yourself as a character and what your abilities are, and something about the darkness and the nightmares just being, part of this whole thing, and you are able to wield a little bit about that. So maybe it could come in handy.
Something just hit me vaguely.
LAA starts looking like, where, what?
Maybe if I made it really, really cold, the glass would shatter. Or maybe the door will get, like, smaller and then it'll open. Because Mare's not really getting the hint.
You want to go on the infinite
I think this
roof?
is fun.
'Cause I've already been on the other side. And I poked my
I'm
head
not
through
here,
again.
so I
But-
don't have the night and day information. Also, am I going to be the only one who can't fly in the end?
Yes.
As perhaps, yes.
So I think Mare will try to make it dark. Second, but first she wants to make it really cold.
Okay. Paladin, can you repeat what you said one more time?
Oh, I was just talking to Mare and explaining that I've already been on the other side. Just, I
Oh,
could just
right.
I can poke my head through like this and like that. And there's nothing
Well-
out there. There's just an infinite building. So unless you want to
Well,
go walking through an infinite building,
What's the next room in the building?
well, there's just one big room and sky. So it's sky and then a roof, which goes on for infinity.
But what's under the roof beyond this door?
This is a skylight.
But
Right,
there's
or a skylight.
a door.
That's a door. This is a skylight.
I'm gonna make it really cold now.
I'll
Very
float on it,
specific
Joe.
social anxiety.
So how do you make it cold, Mare? Can you set the stage for us?
Yeah, so I think Mare is just going to use weird, her dream magic to just turn ghostly and create a paranormal event, which puts freezing temperatures in the room. So she'll bring it down to, like, I don't know, a little below 32 Fahrenheit or 0 Celsius.
Okay. So the temperature changes, but so does the coloring in the room. Like everything gets tinged just a little bit blue. And everything like frost appears across the glass and kind of creeps across everything else. Joe, you're absolutely oblivious to what's happening, but suddenly it gets freezing where you are. And the darkness, the area or the shadows in the room, or this partial room that you're in, kind of seem to grow just a little bit, but not enough to darken everything. And nothing else happens.
Also, did you want me to roll weird for that to see if this
Oh
is
yeah,
a good cold or a
probably.
bad cold?
Sorry about that.
No,
Head
no,
cold.
no worries. Head cold.
Yes, please roll for that. Oh, you're fine. It happens
Hey,
exactly as you want it to.
Cool. The thing that's a gag goes off great. Awesome.
It's what we need. When we need serious rolls, fail.
Yeah. So Mare looks around and just like, well, I mean, it's more comfortable in here now, but I don't think that really did anything. What was the riddle
fuck did
again,
you-
Tom?
You do.
What? Ooh,
Oh, I just changed the thermostat. It's okay. It's much more comfortable now.
is it?
Ugh.
It mentioned light and day. Night and day.
Oh, right.
And the
Night.
sun was high, so we need to make the sun go on the other way. Maybe we need to
That's
move
what
this
that
thingy.
hint was.
You know, we need to move the thing to night, and then everything will happen. There you
Yeah.
go. Problem solved.
Destiny talked to me, but it was very vague, so I thought it meant make it very cold. Of course, dark. I'm turning the lights out. Okay, and then she just does it.
Oh well.
Would you like to roll weird for me?
Yeah.
Since you wanted so badly to roll weird earlier.
Well, I'm seeing all these sixes, and I'm like, hey, this is XP I'm missing out on.
That's fair. That's fair. I think we broke it finally.
I think so. Nope. We
Hey!
did not.
Whee!
Okay.
Oh, that's two
Let's
ones.
try and
That
survive.
is the absolute lowest roll I can get.
Okay. Are you ready for this?
No, but I'm
I'm-
excited.
If for narrative details, I would like to take control of how your magic gets scawumpusly fucked.
Sure.
So
Props
you
for the word wampus.
thanks. So you start casting this magic, and turning the lights out is something that's really easy for you, and you don't really pay any mind to it as you start manipulating the weird in the way that you do. And almost immediately you can tell something is wrong. The skylight clouds over, definitely plunging the room into darkness, and you immediately see the results of this darkness on the door as a new inscription is unearthed. However, just as soon as you are able to see and do that, the sounds of activity from the shadows begins to boil over. I need everybody to roll sharp for me, I guess. Cool. Roll your cool for me.
Cool or sharp?
Cool. Roll cool. That's gonna be
It's
the defining
not-
factor in what happens.
Is this an
It's not my
act under
fault.
pressure or just a straight cool?
Straight what are the details of your act under pressure?
So I do have a move that lets me roll sharp instead of cool when I act under pressure.
Yeah. No, do cool for this
Okay.
one. You all but Anita get experience. And Hannah.
It's not my
Okay.
fault. Destiny made me do it.
Oh, we're still floating, right, me and Mare?
Yes, you and Mary
Joe's screaming.
You, Mary, and Tom are all hanging out by the window. Joe
I flew down
okay. You did
during all
right.
this. I'll be like in the vicinity of Joe.
Okay,
All right.
once I see activity,
Okay.
I'll lie down.
So Hannah and sorry, Joe and Faye, you can you've got your head about you. You know that whatever this darkness that has descended upon you has brought something with it. Faye, from your vantage point, you are able to see there's just a little bit of dim light from the door and from the inside of the sun. And around those edges of those lights, you can already see the shadows are beginning to become spindly and warp and reach out with like almost tentacle-like appendages. And it's very unclear what you are seeing, but that it is there. Joe, you also get this, the machine emitting a very soft glow to kind of shed light on your area, but not enough to give you any manner of comfort. But your squid friend from earlier seems to be taking up a significantly larger portion of this area, tentacles intrinsically wrapped around everything. And its sweet little octopi face is no longer sweet anymore, and the surface of its main body is covered in eyes that are all zeroed in on you.
You had to summon an octopus.
I think Bear's just gonna be like, "Oh, I thought I messed up, but I summoned a tentacle horror, so this is good, right?"
I push Mare behind me, so guard her.
We're underneath anyway.
Have you guys landed?
Yeah. Well, I said we flew down.
Okay, just wanted to be sure.
Okay.
So
guys,
because Faye and Joe are able to kind of get a handle on what's going on faster than Mare and Tom, you may go first.
Okay.
Whether that's to run or to defend or whatever it is, that's up to you.
Well, wrapped around my right arm is a big snake, which now becomes animated and becomes my razor whip. So I'm going to attack Tentacle Face because it's obviously no longer of the natural world.
So you're specifically attacking the one near Joe, correct?
As we've just seen one nightmare
There's an
octopus.
octopus, and there's
The-
weird things in the walls.
Yes.
I'm
Correct.
going to attack Nightmare Octopus.
Okay,
Thank you.
Nightmare Octopus. I am going to have you roll to kick some ass.
Pew, pew.
Yes. Right, where? Bear with. How do I do that?
Under the Hunter Moves reference, if you click down that arrow, it'll show all your basic moves.
Moves.
It should be right below your look box near the top.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, no worries.
The tab for it is right above charm.
Ah, thank you.
And
Does
then-
my razor whip add anything? Or is it
Um,
calculated, I'm guessing? It's calculated.
I believe it doesn't add anything, so your stat should be rolled, and then your razor whip, if you are successful, does 3 harm. Wapow!
Snake whip.
Ooh, I can decide what I roll kick ass with. Does it have to be tough, or can I change it?
Usually if you're using a weapon, it's tough, but if you're using magic, it's weird. Or if you have a
Both. It's a magical weapon.
in this instance, I would say tough.
Okay. Damn it. Tough is similar.
Mare is just gonna comment and be like, "Oh, cool. I use a whip too."
All
Change
right,
the
so
band name.
in a mixed success, you can choose to do less damage or trade blows, basically.
I'll do damage but less.
Okay, so you come down with your razor whip, and you are able to hit it, but it kind of glances off the side of this octopus or eldritch terror, and it recoils just a hair. But you're sure you didn't hit it for full value, and it will take 2 points of damage. So Joe, you are able to take your action next.
Okay, I would like to pull a flashlight out of my mechanic belt and just shine it on the thing. And then if I can do more, I'm going to shoot it with my shotgun. But I figured I'd take it one step at a time.
One step at a time. I will allow you to do both in this instance. It depends completely on what you're doing. You shine your light on this monster, but it doesn't disappear and does not appear to be harmed. However, it does recoil and climbs out of the mechanic hold for the orrery.
Good.
And
get out of here.
Kick some ass to fire at it.
Let's kick some ass. Maybe.
So it's
Better than a 6.
Yeah, I'm not mad about not failing.
So you can trade blows or you can do less damage.
I'll do a grazing blow instead of.
So in the same way, it's just too quick. It's able to mostly dodge, but seems to be grazed by your weapon. While Tom and Mare are getting situated with all of this, the monsters lash out at both Faye and Mare, who have who it doesn't really matter. They both lash out at Faye and Mare. And you can roll to dodge with cool if you would like.
Yes.
I mean, getting hit just by default sounds cool, but I think I'm gonna roll.
Oh, great.
P.
And I definitely pressed the red one.
Anina, have you rolled? Is that most recent roll your dodge, or are you choosing not to dodge?
God.
Are you still? It's just rolling cool again.
Oh, that was her roll.
That
Okay.
was
my dodge roll.
I
It's
just
a
wanted to make
6.
sure. Okay. Mare, you are
I'm an
mostly
honest
able
player.
to get out of the way. But you dodge out of the way of this attack and look over to see these tentacles have just wrapped up Faye. And one is still trying to slap around to grab you by the ankle, and just barely you're able to shrug it off, but it does leave these funny little suctions on your skin or clothing. Faye, unfortunately, you take 2 points of damage that ignore armor.
Harm,
Ouch.
right?
Yes, 2 harm.
Ow. That's not what Faye says, but
It is a mood, though.
Ignore armor
Tom?
is rough.
It is right. Tom, it is now your turn.
Okay. Everyone's fighting the squid thing, so I feel like they have that handled. So I'm gonna fly over to the door that has the new text on it, and en route, I will punch a bad guy.
Awesome. Can I have you to roll to kick some ass to punch a bad guy?
Yeah.
Ghost
My
punch.
worst stat. Let's see. Oh, clicking all the wrong things. There we go. Ah, I succeeded.
You can trade blows
Trade.
or okay.
I'm really good at trading blows.
What is your damage?
My damage is 2.
Excellent. You both trade 2 points of harm.
Great. I only take 1 because I'm immortal and I take 1 damage less. And I immediately get it back because my damage is life draining.
Nice. All right.
So,
You do manage to get to the door, and the new text on the door says, and I will also put this in our Zoom chat, but only in the dark does the most precious shine bright. And it has this time 3 letters that are emboldened against the rest of the text. And it is the D in dark, the M in most, and the E in precious. I'll type that out so that you can see it.
Thank you.
ARDME.
Dream.
Yeah.
It's just talking about Faye. You know, the most precious thing shining in the dark. That's her. Right? There you go.
Aw. Aw.
That's sweet.
Which brings us, now that you have that information, that brings us to top of the round. So Faye, you may take your turn if you would like.
My turn.
Yeah.
Am I able to use magic to try and get this thing off me?
Yes, you may use magic. Roll weird for it.
Get off me. And while I'm doing this, I make this awful shriek. That's a mixture of animals. Sounds
Please
a
act
bit
that out.
like velociraptors, because they were.
Okay,
Sound effects for those were from like 4 different animals.
I love it.
For
Do you want to try that roll, Anita?
Anina's cursed.
I
This is
have
the best.
cursed. Yeah. Can I re-roll or something? What should I do?
Yes. Just re-roll weird.
Do I take experience with this one?
If you're re-rolling, you do not take experience.
Is she using like a
There you
resource to
go.
do that, or like chat points, or is this just because we're feeling
We're
bad?
cursed.
I'm keeping track of it. So if you guys are rolling consecutively 6s and choose, like, I kind of think that that's bogus. Like that's not really random to continually roll 6s. So
It's variance. Someone out there has always rolled a 6, always, because that's just
That's
variance.
statistically improbable, but
yeah.
It's highly improbable, but it happens. Everything
It's
that
true.
can happen will
I can
happen.
get my real dice out and roll.
That's
You're
also
welcome
fine.
to do that if you'd
Humans-
like to also.
If this
really
keeps
don't understand
fucking
statistics.
I will.
Mhm.
That's fine. Statistics aside, I'm here to help you guys out it's in the nature of things. So you are able to get a mixed success with that, which means you're able to use your magic, but a couple things. One of a couple things happen. You can tell us what glitch happens. Does it not work the way that you expected, or that there is an unexpected side effect from it?
So I get this thing off me with my angel aura, let's say. What could be a side effect? I don't know. It creates like a sonic boom and goes boof to the whole area, and you may choose what it does to the room
Okay.
or people in it.
Your wild boof impacts everybody kind of like a massive gust of wind. And it topples the rest of the Auraries planets off of the lines and sends the planets rolling into various points of the room. Wild boof has appeared.
Boo, boo.
Random encounter.
Nobody gets damage from this, but you are a little bit rocked. So if you need to dodge in the next round, you'll take a -1 for it.
Would I still
Uh,
have that being underneath the panels still?
That's a good question. Yes, it impacts everybody.
Okay.
Joe, it is now your turn.
Can I still type onto the keyboard?
Yes.
Is it a keyboard?
Yes, you could type into the keyboard.
I want to-
It's like a little a mini pad of all the letters in alphabetical order.
I'd like to type the word dream.
I haven't told you what the door says yet.
Did you not say it out loud?
No.
Nope.
Okay, sorry. Never mind then.
Dang!
Can anyone please tell me what's going on up there? I guess I'll have to come up then.
So you pull yourself up out of the hole in the floor.
Okay, yes.
Okay. I won't make you roll for it. You are able to get up, and you can see your eldritch tentacle friend kind of trying to creep around to get back towards Mare and Felier, and the shadows appear to be squirming and alive in one form or another.
I guess I'll shoot my eldritch tentacle friend.
Okay. Roll to kick some ass.
Please kick ass.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh well. I level up then.
Perfect. So you are you fire into the dark
I'm
completely.
so freaked out.
Ooh. Your
Oh,
mic is
you're,
gone.
Oh, your mic's gone wonky.
Your mic
What?
was super quiet. That's better.
Is that okay?
There we go.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So your Jesus. Your shot fires into the dark, disappearing immediately. The monsters do appear to be riled up at this, and rather than trying to go after Felier again, they this time strike out towards Joe and Tom. You may roll to dodge. Remember to take that -1 with your roll, just in case if you choose to.
Is this an act under pressure? Or is it just a straight cool?
This would be an act under pressure.
Yes.
I'm not gonna roll.
Okay.
All my attention is now focused on getting to Joe and relaying the information on the door.
Have a -1. Boop. Whew.
Nice. Just like Mare was able to kind of squeezle out of this, they mostly slapped at
Squeezle.
you, but they were unable to get a grip on you. Yes. They left little suction prints on your skin or clothing. They're gross.
God, I have a big mechanic jumpsuit.
Tom, it does it tries to reach out to grab at you, but as it's attempting to kind of grapple you with many shadowy tentacles, you realize that it's ripe to trade blows with it.
Oh, cool. I just let it touch me and then do the draining thing.
Cool. And it will take an
You're
additional
supposed to ask
2
for
points.
consent. I learned this.
Even in combat, we can have a light mood.
Yep.
All right, Tom, it's your turn now.
Okay. I'll fly over to Joe, punch whatever she's fighting. So she's next to something bad. So I'll punch that. And then I'll say, okay, the door said blah, blah, thing with the...
Well, only in the dark
whatever,
does the
there's
most
3
precious.
letters. There's only 3 letters, and I'll do the letters.
Okay.
DME. That's the ones. Those got lit up.
EMD.
DME.
EDM.
No. BDSM? That's something else.
Oh.
No. It's B. No, I'm confused now. I'm gonna go check. I'll go. No, I'll do it for.
Yeah.
All right, so you deal a punch,
Yeah,
and
I'll roll for it because
Okay.
no, I
We don't get to just do things.
yeah, I want to level up.
do it.
Go,
Roll
Tom,
for
Punch him
go.
in the face. Yeah, that's how we do it.
Okay, you
Oops.
get that experience. Good job, guys. Good job, Mare. It's your
Nice.
turn.
Nice.
So, Mare is gonna pull out her weapon, which is a chain whip with a spike ball on the end of it.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, it's got
BDSM coming back to us.
Whip sisters.
I hope not. This is like not something you want to get hit with. It's got the tags of artifacts. It's got plus magic, spikes, which is plus harm plus messy, or plus 1 harm plus messy. Long, which for some reason is plus close, and then
Oh, because you can
material
also
is...
use the
As
close.
opposed to hand, I think.
Oh, okay, yeah. Material is plus blessed. And she calls it the Morning Star, but it's like the grief kind of morning, not the daytime kind of morning.
All right, all right.
Which sounds really awesome, but I've got -1 in tough, so it's probably not going to be all that cool.
Okay.
But she's going to try to hit it.
Wait, how much tough does Anina Faye have? None of us are tough.
Nope.
Oh no.
We're all delicate flowers.
I mean, I've got 1.
Nope, but I level up.
Oh,
Yay!
Yeah.
All right.
Party's
we're the
cursed.
worst Scooby-Doo gang ever.
You flail wildly into the dark as all this is going on, and it's top of the round to Faye.
Me, right.
Yes.
So just so I get an idea of what's happening, in the middle are Joe and Tom
Mm-hmm.
on the keypad.
Yep.
Is the monster right next to them?
So you have the orrery. Joe and Tom are standing to the side of the orrery, and some distance from them is the eldritch friend. And then you and Mare are closer together, but towards the other side of the orrery. This is where like having a map would come in handy.
Faye is going to concentrate on protecting Mare. So I'm gonna get my snaky whippy friend out again. And my snake becomes a razor whip.
Perfect. Roll to kick some ass for me.
Come on.
What I'm learning is we really need to avoid conflict.
You'll get there. You'll get there.
Woo!
Yes.
Yes. You are so successful. You are so successful, in fact, that the tentacle darkness that you are whipping at begins to recede from you. Each time you strike at this thing, you and your whip grow brighter and brighter, creating like a moat around you that the darkness is having a hard time penetrating. And as
Eyes are like super scary and bright, and they look like snake eyes.
what was the damage on your whip again?
My whip is 3 harm, hand, area, messy, and holy.
Ooh. The particular shadow creatures that you are facing off with actually whine and cry and begin slowly dissipating into just normal shadow. Joe, it's your turn.
I'm gonna try and roll back into the gear area, I guess, to get back to the keyboard.
feel like I shouldn't have to make you roll for it. So you are able to kind of hop back into the area. It takes you a little bit of time to navigate the ups and downs of all of the machinery. And you finally get to the keypad and you type in the word.
Dream.
Oh, I thought you were just going to push the escape button because that makes sense.
So you punch dream into the keypad, and there is the telltale sign of everything rumbling around you. And there are two things that happen. The shadows as well as your eldritch horror disappear. The door clicks open, becoming slightly ajar, and the orrery, although planetless at this time, begins to move. Faye, as these things are happening, you are able to get a sense of almost like the waking up of magic in this room. And all of the planets begin to glow. But you find yourself, you are short one planet. And as the lights begin to grow in the room again, you find that your mysterious additional planet was crushed into several small stone pieces.
Ah, man, I was
Was
going
the
to
asteroid belt?
I was going to keep that one.
Hey,
So
Mayor
who
called it.
figured that out? All of us?
Say that one more time.
Who figured that out? All of us? Or just, sorry.
Joe and
Oh,
Joe probably would not have figured that this additional planet, but you guys who are standing up by the orrery in the room would be able to see that.
Yeah.
Should we
Also,
glue this thing back together? Or
It's up to you guys.
One
Yes.
thing, going back to when Mayor missed with the whip,
Mhm.
because that was the moment that I leveled up. Just gonna add a little bit of detail. So she flails around with this chain whip and gets really frustrated, and suddenly turns into like a figure of smoke and shadow and goes, "Oh, huh, that's new." She
I
can she
love
can
it.
now she can now go
Smoke.
incorporeal.
eh. You know, I don't think this adventuring thing is really healthy for you. You know, looking a little.
I'll frantically try and look for these broken pieces.
Oh, there's one, and I've got this one. Here you go.
Meryl, help look.
You
Hey,
find
is your chosen one supposed to go all shadowy darkness? Because you know that's what the bad guys look like, and I guess you know you're an angel. Can you like is something wrong with her? Is that supposed to happen?
She's perfect.
I mean
I
that's a
mean,
bit much,
again,
but okay.
I
long as
didn't
she's all
say
right.
it. Just clarifying. I didn't say that, but she's not wrong.
Wow. Okay.
Guys, did something
long as we're all happy.
like Joe like crawls back out like did something happen?
Well, Matt turned into a shadow beast or something, but I
Yeah.
guess it's all fine.
I can. I mean, it makes sense. We've got Faye, who's the light, and then me,
Makes
who's
sense?
the night.
None of this makes sense.
It's just like the thing on the wall that was written. So we've got both. It's
Ah, okay.
Everything that's meant to happen is happening.
Joe, are you gonna
I
turn
mean,
into
we've-
something
I-
else?
we both
What?
got
Awkwardly
holy whips.
pat
We
Joe on
didn't
the head.
coordinate that. That just happened. It's meant to be.
But are you
Okay.
though? Because I don't want to be surprised when that happens.
Wait,
You
what
like
am
gonna
I
turn
doing?
into a giraffe or something?
It's not the plan. Nope.
All right.
Do you want a giraffe?
No.
Nah, I don't think it will work. I mean, it'd be cool.
I do.
My
I
hands
don't
are like
think it would
glowing
fit.
and ready.
Next
Yeah,
time there's
Bear's
a
like-
fight, maybe we can get a giraffe to help us out. They're big. They got horns.
Mare does
Like-
reply, and she goes, "I do, but I don't think it'll fit in this room, so not right now.
And I go,
But I appreciate it. I appreciate you."
Do we have any pieces of this broken?
You do. After some time searching, you were able to find 8 pieces of this broken, nameless planet.
Right. So are we gonna
That's
glue
like
it
2
back
each.
together, or hey, maybe there's a book in here that tells us what the thing is called, because we got a lot of books about planets.
I
Hey,
think
that's an
they
idea.
would try and fix it with magic. Should try at least.
You may roll weird if you would like.
Yes, she would. Okay. Okay.
You
What was
may
it?
choose a glitch or something that doesn't quite go the way that you want it to, or I can choose it for you, whatever you prefer.
How about like 2 of the pieces slot together, but the rest don't?
So you cast your magic and things begin knitting together, and you finish, or at least you believe you're finished, and all but these 2 pieces fall back apart. So now you have 7 pieces of this planet. And did you want to check the books for more information?
I'm gonna
Yeah,
open
Tom and
one.
I will do that.
I'm gonna
Okay.
open one, check it, and then get bored.
Okay.
Holding our planet.
Can I have you I guess roll sharp real quick, and we'll just see if you manage to find the one book. Both of you, Joe too.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe's not allowed to do anything sharp today.
Paladin, Tom picks up this book, and as you flip through it, there is something that catches your eye. However, it's not enough information to really lead you to believe anything else. And it talks about the supposed history of the asteroid belt and some of the hypotheses of what could have been there before. But it doesn't really go further into detail about that. Is that enough to keep Tom interested, or no?
No. He'll just be like, I guess it's something to do with the asteroid belt, I think. So we're gonna call the planet Belty.
Belty. Joe, unfortunately, you're a little in over your head when it comes to astronomy, and it's mostly gibberish. Either you can stay at it and look through more books if you'd like, or also lose interest.
If you're gonna keep looking, you should look on about the belt thing, because that's what it was related to.
Belt?
So
Thing?
like this one.
Okay.
Squinty face.
I mean, like Joe is the type to want to keep looking until she finds the answers, or an answer.
Okay, so during this time that Joe is looking for these books, what do Mare and Faye and Tom get into? The new door is ajar now.
I think
How are we
Faye's
gonna
sort
get
of
through it now?
awkwardly holding the partially built planet and kind of waiting to see what everyone else is going to do.
Okay.
She can't think of anything
I'm
else.
gonna
to do
protect
'cause
this
she's an
planet.
angel.
Poor
Okay.
Belty.
Mare, what was it that you wanted to do?
Oh, I was just being a smartass, and I said, well, if the door's ajar, how are we going to get through now?
I love it.
I'll see myself
I've-
out now.
When I've directed Joe to what I'm guessing might be the right book, I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna notice Faye with the shards, and then I'm gonna go dig through Joe's stuff to find some glue, which I'm assuming she brought. And then I'm gonna go over
Yeah,
there.
probably.
Okay.
Here you go. It's some glue. Now you can glue the planet back together. It's called Belty, by the way, the planet.
Ooh, ooh.
Yeah.
Faye has an idea.
Is it to
Oh,
use
no.
the glue that I just handed you? 'Cause That's a good idea that I wish I had.
Now I make a little mouse. Right, skirt. Animals sort of appear from me.
It's
So a little mouse-
horrifying.
Yeah.
Ah, a
Sort of
mouse.
a mouse sort of appears and runs down my leg and goes towards the door that's ajar and goes into the other room. And Faye's hoping it returns.
Okay. Mayor, did you have anything you wanted to add with this, or are you good hanging out?
Was debating if Mare was going to like be more interested in the planet thing, but I think given this new incorporeal, smoky, shadowy ability that she has, I think she's just gonna follow the mouse and just like turn into smoke and go through the crack in the
Whoosh.
door to see what's on the other side.
Excellent.
Probably like the
So-
sound of bat wings flapping and crows calling or ravens calling as she does.
So you both take some time to explore your respective considerations. And with that, we're going to take a brief break and come back to see what either of you find.
Yay!
Yay!
We will be back in about 10 minutes, so go stretch your legs, hydrate, grab a snack, and then be right back here in about 10 minutes or so. And I guess we'll find out what's on the other side.
Yay!
Hey, and we're back.
Yay!
Yay!
Yay.
Sorry. I just like shoveled a bunch of food in my face, so I'm still like, what day is it?
Sorry.
Anyways.
And we're back with awkward silence.
I got you. Anyway,
That's just the way.
so right before our break, Mayor and Felier's mouse went on an intrepid adventure into the next room, and Joe is currently searching books for this asteroid belt. Now we're gonna say that it's been some time. May and Fair, sorry, Mayor and Faye.
We're shipping already?
We forgot about Mao again.
Well, and I even thought that
Oh,
she
shoot,
said,
you're right. And Mal,
God.
We
Mao
all forgot
exists.
about Mal.
No,
I am literally the worst
Oops.
person in keeping
Oh,
tabs.
that's her power.
of-
Like, we don't.
Tentacle.
Her
Friend.
power is to stealth. That's her thing.
It works.
maybe
Also,
that's like a
uh,
thing. We don't even notice when Mao just like isn't as present.
Yeah.
Right? Just like,
Also,
la-di-da.
speaking of Intrepid, there's some really cool clothing and stuff that you can find at that website I put in chat that has Intrepid
Clothing?
on it.
I wear
I-
clothing.
I very much recommend the Intrepid brand. I have the mug that I'm not using today, or I'd show it off.
The mug.
Wow. Okay. My brain's catching up. Mare and Faye, you, in one shape or another, have managed to make your way into the next segment of this. And at first, as you were kind of running around, especially Faye, there's very little to look at. It's cold, it's dark, and everything seems to be made of stone. That illustrious gold plated everything, the fine, intricate details of the last areas that you've been in all seem to be lost in this. And first, it's a long stone tunnel that opens into a very devoid stone I just had the word courtyard that doesn't have any living plants. All of the dirt where plants could grow has been tilled and left in disarray, and all you see is stone and dirt.
Everyone,
Go on.
it's perfect in here. You'll love it.
There seems to be this courtyard is surrounded by wrought iron rusted black gates, and beyond it, much to Tom's future disappointment, does not abide by what he saw when looking out the window in the last room.
Does it stretch into infinity? Or
It does. The edge of your world kind of disappears, but it's no longer inside, and the internal workings of this seem to be absolutely different than the last room. And when you look back, both Mare and Faye's little mouse, you realize that for whatever reason, the door is impossibly far away. It's not so impossibly that you couldn't reach it, but you hadn't realized how long you'd been walking when you do look back.
Uh-oh.
Neat.
So the
Would
door
you-
back to
Would you
where-
like to process that for a minute?
so the door back to where we came from is
Correct.
now really far away.
Yes.
Uh-oh, party split.
Joe, you do eventually find what you're looking for. And in the book, it describes, it goes into detail. And this particular book that you found that has the most information, while beginning as this is all hypotheses, there is no intrinsic proof, but some oracle somewhere did confirm this truth. And so I write it as if it is truth. and it describes this additional planet as being just as fertile and populated as Earth had once been, or Earth was. And that at some point, very, very early on, they suppose around 200 BC, that this planet was devastated this is where it gets super hokey, in a direct energetic attack from Earth, that some massive weapon was built, launched, and this planet was obliterated, turning into the asteroid field. Now, none of this really equates to any of the science you've heard, and this is a far reach, but the information has held true to the orrery and what metaphorically became of that poor planet. And they called this planet Lumeria.
Belty.
Belty Lumeria.
And it's about this time that you're reading through this, and this is where our forgotten NPC Mao is suddenly back in your good graces, absolutely unscathed by the darkness. And she puts her hands on the edge of the book and tilts the book down and says, "What you got?"
Oh my God! Well, Mal, where were you?
No, I went up the stairs, and then I heard a whole bunch of noise, and I came back.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Okay.
Mal.
Hey, Tom. Hey, Tom.
What?
Tom, I found
What?
some music. Do you want to see?
What, really?
And Mao digs
I thought
into her
you
little
hear
tiny
music.
plastic rabbit bag that she brought, that literally is supposed to contain all of her survival gear, and she pulls out these leaves of music, and it's Jesus Christ, guitar chords.
Oh, fun. It's for the guitar. I'll make a ghost guitar and I'll try to play it.
And you get kind of this terrible, no good, plunky, discordant sound. And
Yeah, I don't think
Mao,
this is supposed to go right. I'll practice. I'll get better.
Mao is just tickled, and she's like, "Yeah, this is cool. Hey, where'd this spooky girl go? My old roommate."
Oh, I think she went
Mare.
in there in the open
Oh.
door.
Okay.
Wait,
And Mao,
she left?
Faye, your physical body is still standing in the room with these planetary pieces. Mao's gonna kind of bumble past, and she stops and looks at the pieces, and she's like, "It looks like a giant broken gumball." And she goes to the door, and she's going to pull the door all the way open.
Oh. Guess no one tried that.
Well, it's been slightly open, but the mouse is so small and Mare is made of smoke. You guys really haven't needed to open the door yet.
It's like when you can do the cool thing, why open the door? Like, you know,
Like some sort of pleb.
like some mundane playbook character. So speaking of Mare, so question out of character: the mouse, is Faye seeing through the mouse, or is it just a mouse that we're hoping goes back to Faye?
Keeper, would you like to tell me?
That is up to you.
I see through its eyes.
Okay.
Okay.
Then in that case, Mare's not going to do what I thought she might do. I was thinking she might like write a note and put it on the mouse and say "Go home." So Mare is just at this point waiting for the rest of the party. So she's like, sitting cross-legged, just sort of eyes closed, meditating, enjoying the aesthetic and environment and silence of this wonderful, beautiful in her eyes place.
Okay.
Since the door's now open, Faye's just going to very unceremoniously drop the pieces and walk through the door.
Okay.
I'm gonna gather those. Can I take the planet book with me?
Yeah, you sure can.
I'll also hand you the glue.
Thank you. We'll fix that later.
Just stick everything into your bag.
Just like shove it all in.
And I assume that you follow Faye.
I guess like looking like if we look down the doorway, what does that?
You see kind of like an old medieval styled hallway.
This is fine.
And you really can't see the end of this hallway yet. It's dark, lots of shadows are casting. It looks like it could almost be twilight if the overcast clouds never lifted. But it's kind of like
Faye would
dreary.
go over her shoulder and go, "Come, it's safe."
All right.
Mal's like, all right, sure.
Mare.
She's
Mare
here.
cannot hear you yet.
Okay.
Yeah,
She's here.
Mayor's just vibing, enjoying the silence, happy as a clam.
Hey, Joe, why do you think there's so many puzzles here? Like, what's the point of these things?
Because people who own giant towers are pretentious.
Okay, so it's just like a fancy doorway.
You
gotta be smart to get into this house.
Maybe it's protecting something. Like that's why I would put puzzles, I guess.
I mean, I would put a puzzle if I wanted someone to solve the puzzle. If I wanted nobody to solve the puzzle, I wouldn't put a puzzle.
That
just
yeah,
put a big
okay,
old
that's
door.
a really fair and rational point.
Uh-huh.
So
you
gold
pick up
star.
a thing or two when you're on Earth for however many years it's been.
Some.
Yeah, I keep losing track.
I guess we should go follow.
Oh yeah, let's see what this courtyard's all about. It's kind of fun to see
Mal,
new
what was
places.
up the stairs?
Oh,
yeah.
it was like this big room, and there were a bunch of stars and a whole bunch of old stuff, and I touched some of the old stuff and it turned to dust, and there's like this huge like I don't know, like you could probably like a soup bowl in the middle of the room, but it had all these pretty things on the soup bowl, and I think I was supposed to pour some water in it, but I got a little creeped out, and then there's all that ruckus, and so I just left it there.
Oh, what if we can't come back to soup bowl puzzle?
I missed it.
Sorry. I can laugh about that all day long.
What if we can't come back to Soup Bowl puzzle? That's amazing. And also mood, agreed.
Joe's priorities: solve puzzles. What if I can't? This is me playing video games. What if I can't? Like, what if this is the way forward and I miss a side route?
My face hurts from laughing so hard.
I would have stopped sort of halfway to walking to there to wait for the rest.
Coming, I guess.
Yeah.
So, Mayor, while you're sitting and meditating, you sorry, I'm still laughing about that. You can hear the distant, quiet sounds of your friends as they have kind of crossed the threshold into this new area, and I'm sure that doesn't terribly bother you much. It's quiet enough not to disturb your peace. But shortly afterwards, you get the sensation that you're no longer alone in this main courtyard.
Because my friends are here, or because something else is here?
Something else is here. And this is while your eyes are closed and meditating. But it's almost like a coin flipped, and now somebody is in the courtyard with you. Kind of like, when you're sitting in a room that you thought you were alone and your skin prickles with the sensation that something is in your closet.
Mare, without opening her eyes or anything, is just going to very calmly speak and say, "This is my patch of creepy area. Go find your own."
And you don't open your eyes.
No.
Okay.
She's
Um,
listening intently, but not
the
relying on her
voice
eyesight.
the voice that that responds to you is very gentle and feminine, but almost laced in ulterior motives. And she says, "Oh, I didn't want to disturb you, but I couldn't help but just see how absolutely powerful you were, and I wanted to see you in action." And it's like sloven with or dripping with adoration.
Mayor presses X to doubt.
Does my mouse see this?
uh Faye, your mouse does see this. I assume you would have gone too far from Mare. Is that correct?
No, the mouse would have stayed with Mare.
Sits on
The-
Mare's head.
The woman, it's almost like trying to find the focus in a camera, but there's a woman that has appeared at the other end of the courtyard from Mare, who's just sitting at the edge, and you cannot see her in detail, almost like you don't have the right prescription to see her properly, but you can tell that, like, for all intents and purposes, she's a woman. She's hourglassy, hair piled on top of her head, and she's wearing dark colors, but that's really all you can pick out.
Do I sense her as a threat?
Yes,
Okay.
definitely do.
Okay,
Especially
so
as a mouse, this woman gives off the predator vibes. Like, this
Okay.
thing is gonna eat you.
Okay,
Hunters for
so
sport.
my mouse is gonna alert full body me, and I'm gonna go into, like, because my body is further away. I'm going to, as fast as I can, get from where I was to where Mare is.
All right. Do you use magic to aid you?
No.
You just sprint for it.
Faye just like starts
my-
sprinting.
While Faye is sprinting, I think Mare will finally like open one eye, just be like, sort of like this "go away, kid, you bother me" sort of attitude, as she's looking for whatever this thing is.
The woman sits probably about 4 to 5 yards from you across this courtyard, and for all intents and purposes, she's the most beautiful person you have ever seen in your entire life. Now, at first glance, most of her face is obscured. All you can see are her perfect red lips, her tight clothing hugging an hourglass form, her legs delicately crossed in front of her, and this wild amount of hair piled on top of her head.
I think Mare's gonna immediately be even more suspicious because like nobody's that perfect, and is just going to like squint, like doing the Fry suspicious from Futurama gif
All right.
at this thing, and just say, "What are you?"
She laughs in a way that both makes you feel inferior, and infuriated. And she says, "Oh, that's none of your concern at this time." And she stands, and without any further suggestion, she saunters back towards the gates.
Something smells about this situation because I'm incensed. Towards the gate, is that towards the party or away from the party?
Away from the party. Now, real quick, Joe and Tom, Faye has just taken off sprinting, or half flying sprinting down this hallway, straight as an arrow. Do you guys sprint after her, or are you taking your time?
I think we exchanged looks.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like, what?
Angels are weird.
Angels are weird. Do you think that Mare's in trouble? Probably. The angel's a bit obsessed
The
with her.
chosen one. I'm sure whatever happens, she's just fine.
You want to
You
just
heard
keep
her. She's perfect. No
Right.
flaws whatsoever.
I guess we'll keep going though.
So Faye closes the distance pretty quick, leaving you guys kind of in her dust. And Faye doesn't realize as she passes, because she's so like beelined for this, that you two do see on your way towards this end courtyard, and there is a crossroads in this hallway, and it opens up into kind of two separate doors, so like just a couple of feet of hall and then a doorway on either side of this long hall. And when
Maybe it's the bathroom.
if you
No?
check the doors, both of them are open.
Is it the bathroom? I open the door.
It is not the bathroom.
Dang
The first door that you open looks kind of like a storage container, and there appear to be a various knickknacks, containers, boxes, briefcase, all with that pretty filigree touch that the last two rooms have.
A new place to explore. I'll just do a quick lap to see if there's anything of interest.
This one room is very, very small. You're able to get to one end in just a couple of ghostly paces. There are no windows in this room. It seems to be lit by some anonymous light source from above. And all of these items have collected dust. There are not paddywhacks of bones.
I'm probably gonna stay at the crossroads while Tom looks about.
Tom, can I have you roll sharp for me?
Sure.
Good luck,
just gonna-
Tom.
Pick up a knickknack. Okay. Sharp, you said yes?
Yes, please.
Ah,
Wow.
failure.
All right. Okay.
We're not allowed to be
Uh,
sharp today.
Nope.
Not allowed.
Only smooth.
We're gonna say exactly what's on our minds because we're all being blunt today.
So nothing
My
really,
one mode.
really stands out to you. Nothing is really important in this room. You certainly don't see anything with people's names written on them or anything of the sort. And the room continues on to be quite unremarkable.
Okay.
Sorry, go on.
What I wanted to pick up was a snow globe. Think that could be just a random snow globe?
Yeah, of course.
Right.
There definitely can be a random snow globe.
What
I
you
got a
got?
snow globe.
Tom, what you got?
It's a snow globe.
What's in the
You
snow
ever seen one of
globe?
these? Look, you shake it, and then the snow goes. Look, it's Wayne Tower.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Is there anything else in? I guess I'll poke my head in.
I mean, there's a bunch of junk in there, including
Uh,
this.
Hannah,
Have you ever seen the movie that's attached to this thing? Garbage.
What?
Joe sees the same descriptions that I gave Tom. If you'd like to look closer, please roll sharp.
I shall. Maybe.
There are definitely like a couple of things that sort of scream like your aesthetic in this room. And one of which is this small, like a shoe size or shoebox size briefcase. And you kind of like, when you go to pick it up, you knock some other stuff over. And when you do pick it up, all the stuff you knocked over rolls off of the shelf, making
Oh,
a
fuck.
terrible noise.
Whoops.
Oh, you break it, you buy it.
What?
I don't know.
I didn't bring any money.
I mean, money's gone out of style ages ago, because of the collapse of society.
Right.
Hannah, or for Joe, does Joe check out what she's picked up?
Oh yeah, this cool briefcase, and also like maybe tries to put the stuff on the floor back up.
A lot of the stuff that's on the floor is in pieces immediately. The boxes are broken, the contents spread out. Like there's an absurd amount of damage from knocking everything off the shelf. Now the box that you've got your hands on, there is dirty, dusty plaques on the side.
Okay. Clean them.
So when you wipe them off, it has Joe's full name etched in a very specific handwriting. And you would recognize that handwriting.
As?
You are the one that's recognizing it.
It's mine?
No, it's not your handwriting. It's somebody that you know.
Okay. This says my name. Tom, does this say my name?
Huh. Yeah, looks like that's for you. Time to go to the office, I guess. Are you secretly a tax attorney?
But this doesn't make any sense. How do they have my name on it? I've never been here before. I don't like that.
Do you bring the box with you? Or open it or whatever?
Should I bring this?
I mean, it's yours. You can do whatever you want with it.
Okay, but I'm not going to open it until we have people who can deal with this sort of thing around.
Right, a real tax attorney.
Yeah. Are there other people's names on stuff here?
I didn't notice my name.
You did not immediately notice anybody else.
Okay.
But a lot of the containers that are still on the shelves that aren't broken do have plaques on them, but you would have to take the time to clean and look through them all.
I like that Faye sprints away and we're like, gets distracted.
Yeah. Time to side quest,
danger.
everybody.
Oh no, hey, shiny thing.
We're not leaving that XP behind.
There is a second door on the other side of the hallway too.
I would like to clean the plaques off. This is freaking me out.
Okay. Say that one more time, Hannah. Sorry.
I said I think I will probably spend at least a little bit of time cleaning stuff up. This has freaked me out.
Okay.
I'll go check the bathroom.
You check the other room?
Yeah.
Okay. In this case, it is a bathroom.
Score. It's a bathroom.
It appears to be a very nice stalled bathroom. Very well lit. Marble flooring, sconced sinks that are coming out, and there are snake heads that are the faucets, and they're twisted tails that become the handles for the faucets.
Oh, fancy. I'm going to see if they still go. That's why.
They do, in fact. Can I have you roll cool for me?
I'm scared of the faucet, everybody.
Okay, we all have our fears.
I can handle snakes. My speciality.
Nice. Very nice. We're going to get come back to you in just a second to tell you what you've seen. Mayor, this woman is walking away from you, and in the distance you hear kind of the heavy footstep and whoosh of feathers coming from the hallway behind you. But
Okay.
Faye has not reached you yet.
Okay. Also, I sent you something in Zoom chat that might be relevant given what's going on.
Okay, hold on.
That I wasn't sure would actually come up. So there's that. And so I hear footsteps and whooshing of wings coming from the hallway, right?
The way that you had come.
Okay. Would it be reasonable to say that Mare's assuming that's Faye?
Yeah, I would think so.
Okay. Then Mare's gonna keep her attention on the lady walking away, just sort of making a mental note, trying to observe everything she can and like commit it to memory, just in case this character shows up again, which obviously they're going to.
The woman stops
No.
at the gate and turns around to blow you a kiss. And gives you like the cute little like I'll see you later wave.
Ugh.
And in
Um,
the way that she walks towards this gate, it's almost like watching a hologram move. Like her body language and the way that it moves doesn't add up. There's something unsettling and uncomfortable, and it's like she's not quite threaded to reality.
okay. Also, Mare's gonna like turn to the shadowy smoke about the time that the blown kiss would land,
It's fair.
and then and then re-solidify.
All right.
No kisses.
Yeah, just give this grouchy face like, ew, no.
The woman she looks like she almost steps between the bars of the gate and disappears into the smoke beyond this courtyard.
Yeah, Mare just watches that and just kind of quietly says to herself, I guess everybody can do it now, huh?
This is about the time that Felier arrives on the scene. Heels hot.
Yeah, and I'm like ready.
Oh, hey.
Growling.
Yeah, so you saw the weird lady, right?
I did. Are you hurt?
Oh, I'm fine. She tried to blow a kiss at me. That was gross. I dodged it.
So I'm going to sort of prowl around, see if I can sense if she's still there in some form.
I'm gonna have you roll weird for that. And then let's hop back to Joe and Tom real quick. So we'll address your roll. Joe, you take several minutes to kind of like wipe off these little boxes, and you find these you see names like Sabrina Pennywick, and I apologize, Anina, I don't know Faye's given name. But and
Felier is a given name.
okay. You see a but god damn words.
No
it's like I
worries.
know what I want to say and my mouth will just not like let it go sometimes. Like I don't know what my problem is.
I
But you
fully understand.
also notice kind of an aesthetic for some of these names and boxes. So you see a box with Felier or even Tom Fan, but these boxes also include an aesthetic. So you find one box that's like matted black velvet, like it's old and aged, but it's definitely like that dark, mysterious purple and black smoky color. And then for Feliers, it's wrapped in eagles and sparrows and mice and rabbits, and it's all tooled leather. And then you have Tom's, and Tom's is covered in like these 80s rock band stickers that are all aged, like some of them have been torn up and replaced, and like old guitar case leather where it's mostly plastic and frayed at the ends, and somebody tried to glue it down and stitch it back together, but it's not really holding together at all. So more than the names, you notice that your friends kind of appear to be what is the word, represented, yeah, thank you, in these boxes.
Right, well, let's grab everyone's boxes and get out of here.
Also, my box would have runes on it as well.
Ooh.
Yes, like
A ruined box.
little Elder Futhark kind of runes, the Viking alphabet that you would recognize. Tom, in the mirror, you aren't really spooked or unnerved about what happens. But as you turn and fiddle with the water, and the water definitely works, in the mirror, you don't see yourself as a ghost. You see yourself alive again. And it's
What
been
the
a
heck?
long time. You may not even recognize yourself. Messy hair, guitar slung over your shoulder. And in the mirror, there is this saucy, well-figured woman that I described earlier. And she kind of slides up to you, leans up to your ear, and whispers something into your living reflection. And there's an exchanging of kind of like sweet expressions, and the woman winks at you as the ghost in the mirror and walks away. And
All right, that was weird.
And
Did I hear what she said?
No, you did not.
Okay. I'm
Um,
gonna try to put my finger through my cheek and see what happens to the reflection. Because as a ghost, I can do that.
The reflection mimics as best as it can, touches its cheek, but because it is flesh, the hand does not go through it, and instead he's just standing there staring at you, touching his cheek.
Huh. Okay. Joe, this bathroom's weird.
What?
Could you come over here for a bit? Can
Just just a
help?
sec. I'm just grabbing. I'm coming.
I'm just.
They're like trying to
Keep looking
gather
at
all the
it.
boxes up.
All the boxes in her hands.
I'll try to touch the guitar.
Aw. Okay, as soon as I can kind of gather all the boxes, I'll come bursting into the bathroom. Like, what?
Okay,
What?
Okay, come here. What are you
Joe-
seeing there?
I need you to roll cool for me, and we'll come back to that roll in just a second.
Just a straight
Faye,
cool? As
Just
usual.
straight cool.
Got it.
Faye, as you are kind of walking around the perimeter investigating, you find that the gates are closed. The bars are too close to just slip through as a person. And you definitely feel that same lurking darkness that was there, that same predatory feeling, but it's out in the fog beyond the courtyard.
I don't want to leave Mare. So I'm just gonna stay and like stand like a sentinel and be like, oh, something's happening.
You went pretty robot-y there, but I think we got the gist of it. You didn't want to leave Mare, so you were gonna stand there like a sentinel. That was
Yes.
what we
yeah.
Is
heard.
that correct? Okay.
Sorry,
Yeah.
mutant. That one? That Sentinel? The giant
Yes.
robot? The purple?
Yes, 100%.
Same sentinel.
The presence does not grow any closer to you. You stand there and it doesn't seem to near you or approach any longer, but it remains just outside of your peripheral vision, essentially, or your line of sight.
Okay. At this point, I realize we're missing some party members.
That's fair,
And
that's
I'll
fair.
go and I'll sort of perk up like a bunny would, like, whoop, like, oh.
Cute.
And I'll go, ooh, the others, and I'll send my mouse to where, and I'll stay with Mare.
Okay.
But
Your
my
mouse takes some very serious time, significantly more time than it took to get to where Mare is to reach the others. So your mouse for now is simply just running down this hallway.
I'm shenanigans. Or special.
Joe, when you look into the mirror, you don't see what Tom is seeing. And you see something that disturbs you, like it like triggers a sensation of panic in you. And you see your friend. And immediately you would make the connection that your friend's handwriting is the one on the box, and she's standing on the other side of this mirror, hands on the sink, looking down. Water is pooling out of the sink, and the water has this terrible dark color to it. Now, that is only in the reflection. The rest of it is not on your side. The water is clear, is clean.
Do I see her friend?
You do not. You only see yourself as a living body.
Can you see me? Look, I'm right there. I'm alive.
Do I how do I see him, or can I even see him?
You can see him when you look to the side, but when you look in the mirror, you cannot see him.
I don't see you in the mirror.
But I'm right there.
Can
So
you
long.
do you just see you?
I mean, you're there,
Am I?
right? I'm assuming
Um,
she's just casts a normal reflection.
yes, you would see Joe looking absolutely terrified at her reflection in a way that doesn't really add up.
If you don't see me as a normal human, how come you're so freaked out? What do you see?
Nothing. I don't see anything. I have to go.
Yeah.
And she
yeah,
like
all right.
leaves.
I was gonna suggest you go to the bathroom, but this one's too weird. I'll also leave. Just you know,
You
one last
pass
glance.
Mao, like Mao was
Oh, hi.
about to walk in, as the
All
two
right,
of
Mao.
you are walking out, and Mao's like, oh,
Do you want to go to the bathroom? I do not recommend.
yeah, looking at the face, like the expression on your faces, maybe I'll pass. And as
So,
you
like-
guys pass her, she just grabs the door and slowly closes it.
Joe's gonna like put the boxes on the ground next to her and then just like sit down and curl up in a little ball against the
Aw.
wall.
So-
I'm gonna talk into the air. I'm gonna like, I saw myself when I was alive. It's been so long since I was just a human. I kind
Mao
of forgot all about who I was.
Mao looks between each of you and gives Tom like a pat on the chest where her hand goes through, and she's just like,
Mhm.
yeah, but I like you this way. I mean, you may not be corporeal, but you're you. And then she kind of like crouches down in front of Joe and grabs Joe's cheeks and does the thing on her and says, hey, whatever you saw in there, it's not in there. It's not really in there. This could be okay. And she like squishes your cheeks together. Says,
Okay.
it's all right. All
adorable.
right.
It's not
I'm gonna-
real.
I'm gonna help you with these boxes though.
Okay.
And Faye, this is about where your mouse is kind of like catching up. So there's a bit of a time delay, and now the mouse is catching up properly. And you see this like Mao like waving through Tom Fan and squeezing Joe's cheeks and stuff. And Mao stands up and is like, "Hi, mouse."
Mouse.
Mouse.
I wonder if you think that's our angel friend's mouse.
Probably.
Probably.
The mouse kind of like is kind of this way, comes back. Mouse,
I think we're needed.
follow me.
Okay.
So Mao will be like, yeah, I'm the pinnacle of positivity. And follow the mouse, hoping that you guys follow too. She also has some of the boxes that
Yeah, I'll
Joe
just
picked
I'll
up.
grab one.
And we'll make
You
sure
know,
all the
I used
boxes
to
come
wanna
with.
Be a musician.
You told me you made a song, right?
Uh-huh. You know, I kind of just gave up on it for real.
I
I
think
used to care so much about that stupid song. I think it's what's keeping me here, but you know, after so many years, you just, you know, it sort of drifts into the past, and you start to focus on, you know, new stuff. I
I'm
had so many dreams.
I'm glad you're here.
Thanks, Joe. I'm glad you're here too. You know, there's a lot of people who could have gone to live in that garage. I'm glad it was you. I'll just do the.
I'll do like a pat back.
Oh,
This is adorable. I love this. So wholesome.
I found a box for you. Like I found a box for me. I think we should wait till we get everybody together to look at them though, just in case
Alright.
it's weird.
Is there one for Mayor?
Yeah, I think Mao took
Then
that one.
It's gonna get pretty weird.
It's true. Everything with Mare is weird.
I bet there's like nunchucks in there or something.
so it takes a remarkably less amount of time to get to Mare and Faye's body than it took for the mouse to find you two. And almost in no time, you guys are strolling into this empty, dead courtyard.
Oh, hey, you two. You want a box? It's got your name on it.
Literally. Also symbolically.
There's also a
Mayor's
haunted
gonna-
bathroom if you gotta go real bad and don't mind ghosts. You know, besides me.
I mean,
I don't
bathrooms
own a
are
box.
cool.
I don't know. It's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, I wouldn't I wouldn't really recommend. But we found a room with a bunch of knickknacks and these boxes that all seem to be coordinated to us and have our names written on them, and that's not weird at all, right? Right?
Nah.
Please.
Mayor's gonna look at the box that's got, you know, the velvet and the spooky stuff, and it's just gonna be like oh, that's weird. They must have put the wrong name on mine. You know, shifty eyes.
Weird.
Yeah. It must
What
be
name
that.
is on it?
So
Can we
Sabrina, never heard of her.
Oh, like the teenage witch.
What?
All right.
And as soon as Tom says that, Mayor just gets like intensely angry. It's like, no, not like a teenage witch. Don't ever say that again. As
mean,
if
you're not
she's
a
heard
teenager
that
anymore.
a
You know,
gazillion
people grew up.
times.
I love
She
it.
just like snatches the box away and like goes over to not like a corner because we're like in an open area, but just like makes her own little corner by turning around and like squatting over and looking at the box.
Hey, like
wonder why you
if there's
have a
weird
box.
stuff, you need to tell us.
I bet it's not.
And I go, be careful. And I
Oh, there's
Take
one for you
box.
too, Felier.
Yeah.
don't own a box.
Yeah.
Well,
or
it has
with
your name on
stuff,
it, so
I imagine. Why do you have stuff if you're an angel?
This is
No,
not
why
my
don't you
box.
open yours first, huh?
I just open it.
So you go
Can-
to open the box and you find that each of the boxes has like a small set of like a number lock pad.
like a briefcase.
Correct. Now some of them are a little damaged and rusted, and it's a little hard to see some of the markings on the locking mechanisms of them. They could be pried open, they could be solved, or you could smash your boxes and see what's inside.
I would like to. How big are these boxes? Are we talking like shoebox size?
Yep.
Mary's just gonna hold it up to her face and like let her face go just past the lid and look inside.
All right, y'all can be incorporeal.
Oh my god.
We cheat.
What?
if
Would
that's
I
too much
have
cheating,
an
it can always just be, you know,
idea?
too dark inside to see.
Okay.
Would I have an idea of what number to put in my box?
6-6.
Faye, you actually do. There's a sequence of numbers that, in your time as an angel, has proven over and over and over again to be like a lucky set of numbers, and that's 3, 7, 9, and 12.
3,
It's
7,
too
9,
many
12.
numbers.
So
It's a
I'll put
three-digit
that
code,
through.
right?
It's multiple digits. Everybody's is a little bit different.
Good.
Okay.
So I put it through. 3,
And
7, 9,
yours
12.
does unlock.
Huh.
And inside, there is a very finely crafted stone bowl with beautiful depictions of like a meadow and little rabbits and deer running across the meadow. And Mao peers over your shoulder at this and is like, whoa, you got your own mini soup bowl.
Soup bowl puzzle.
And I say, angels don't need to eat.
Maybe you just
Well,
really like soup.
then maybe you can share your soup bowl so we can eat.
There's many ways to enjoy soup. You can enjoy smelling it and looking at it, and you know, sticking your hand in.
You can put it in a
We don't
thermos
judge.
and
We're
then
cool people.
use the thermos to
Angels
keep your
don't.
hands warm.
Ooh.
Angels don't take time to smell like humans do. Anyway, I take my bowl and it seems to go into my wrist and disappear.
Okay.
I was about to ask if you were sure you're an angel, but then you just disappeared a bowl into your arm.
Holy shit.
Mayor's also
Mayor.
gonna say, you know, Faye, sometimes you just gotta stop and smell the dark and dead
Soup.
roses.
Smell the soup.
Those are for the bees.
Or the soup.
Yeah, stop and smell the soup.
You don't put soup on roses.
I mean, you can.
I'm gonna look
They're
at my
for
box
the
now.
bees.
So,
I'm
Mayor,
getting really annoyed.
Soup is
They're
not
for
for
the
bees.
bees.
That's one I know. You don't give soup to bees. That's just gonna be messy.
Well, you could make a little sugar water soup for the bees.
Oh yeah. All right. Some soup is for the bees.
That technically would be a soup.
so Mayor, you take a look into
Are
your
all
box.
humans obsessed with soup?
Yes.
Yeah, it is really, really hard to make out the object that that is in your box. But you know that it is hard. You know it's made of a hard material.
Wow, wow, wow.
Oh my
Hard material in the box. Got it.
Okay.
I was gonna go
Is it because
on,
you're
but
making out with the box?
I was gonna go on, but it just made this whole thing worse in my head. It's hard. It's a hard material. That's all.
We're pulling it back.
All right.
What shape is it?
So Mayor's gonna
What
take her
shape
face
is-
out of the box, and is gonna try a number. And she's gonna put in 0613 for the 6th day of the week and the 13th day of the month, aka Friday the 13th.
And it works. And you open up this box, and inside it is like if Sailor Moon's magic wand met a punk rock bat princess.
Holy fuck, I love it.
Oh my
It's
god.
amazing.
Oh, I thought we were going in the opposite direction. There was like a pink fluffy thing that Mary used to be, you know,
really into pink.
I
That's her,
I
it's her
heavily
darkest
considered
secret.
it. I heavily considered it,
Her
but
pinkest
It's
secret.
a subscription to Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Oh my god. Bear's just like, we do not talk about the time that we do not speak of.
Right, okay. I guess I'll
High
try
school
and
was a
solve
weird time
mine.
for me.
High
Anyways,
school.
I'm I'm joking out of character. In character, Bear's gonna pull this thing out and just be like, sick.
That a magic
And
wand?
try to use it.
Fun.
At like a tree or something, like a dead tree.
your attempted use of it kind of makes like this whir noise and then goes
Oh,
and
it's one of
nothing
those.
happens yet.
Okay.
All right.
Must
It's one of
need to,
those
like,
private time wands.
Oh my god. God damn it.
That's why I didn't go on to continue to describe what was in the box.
It all makes sense
It
now.
goes whir. I'm sorry. This is
What
on
was
you.
that? Sorry, I missed that.
Oh my god.
That's even worse.
Oh, I destroyed them with a joke. You're welcome.
This damn internet.
Paladin called it a private time wand. And I
Because
died.
it goes whir.
Hmm?
Absolutely dead.
Do you have to roll weird if you use it?
Oh my
Perhaps.
god, I don't know.
Perhaps. We'll get to that later.
Despite my better judgment, I'm going to ask somebody please clip all of this. Because this is hilarious.
Sure.
Anyways, Bear has this cool punk rock Sailor Moon thing. And is going to hold on to that and try to figure it out later.
So, Joe, you attempt to open your box.
Okay.
So far, an important or a lucky set of numbers or a special date has worked. What to Joe would be an important collection of numbers?
I guess the day because it's got my friend's handwriting on it. And so I guess it must be the day that I had first dreamed.
So you plug those numbers in, this being one of the most important days in your life, and you are able to open the box, but at first glance, the box doesn't appear to have anything in it. The inside of the box is very finely polished wood. What do you do with it?
Mine's empty, guys. I guess I'll run a hand over it.
As you run a hand over the surface of the interior of this box, the box, the wood part, the wood bottom of this box pops up, and from underneath the box, almost like a spider, legs unfold out of it. And after a couple of clicks and movements, you are suddenly staring at a spiffy, borderline hammer space workbench.
I close the box.
And it all compacts back down into this shoe box sized container.
Like a briefcase, you said?
Has a little handle on it and everything.
Yeah, all right.
Todd, what's in your box?
I was kind of worried about this being some sort of heavy emotional thing, but she got a bowl, you got a little stick, and you got a bench. Like, all right, I think I'm safe. All right, let's see. How many numbers do I have to guess? How many numbers is mine?
You have 5 number
right.
panels.
Well, we can just try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that's not it. But that will be too easy. All right. How did you solve yours?
Me?
Who's
Yeah.
Tom talking to?
It was just a it's just a day. It's a date.
Day. Well, I don't work with 5. Was it an important day? Is that the trick? Was it like the 4th of July?
No, it was significant to
Important
me.
90210. Click. Yay!
And it opens. We're just going to assume that's important to you.
We'll figure it out later.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah, I'll write it in somehow.
Okay. Your box opens, and in the inside of it is it's like 2 bags of guitar strings and a notebook that appears to be almost as invisible as you are, like as incorporeal as you are.
Ghost book.
And in the ghost book are all of your notes about the music that you wrote while you were still alive.
Ooh.
It's my notebook. Look, it's my notebook. I lost this thing ages ago. Oh,
Why is it here?
I don't know.
It's a gift. It
Maybe it's in
must
a
be a
box with
gift.
my name on
Who?
it, so it's mine. And I got some strings. Are they my guitar strings? I'll like look closely if it's like my brand or something.
It is your brand, but they are all new. And they
Oh
are
man, these kept
also
up really good.
as incorporeal as you are.
Wow. Now all I gotta do is find a guitar to put them on.
I was
A ghost
gonna say,
string or a
now
G
your
string.
Ghost... Yeah. Now your ghost guitar won't sound horrible.
All right. There's a
Oh,
lot of criticism in one go.
but maybe you could try that song that Mao found earlier.
Oh yeah. Let me give that a whirl. And I'll like incorporate.
Do we have a guitar to attach it to?
No, I'll just make a guitar and I'll incorporate the strings. I'll give it a whirl.
Will you roll weird for me?
I will.
Yeah. So you get everything set up on your guitar. These strings seem to glow a little bit brighter than your just conjured guitar that you've made. And you go to strum it with that first chord of the song, and you already know it's markedly Jesus Christ.
Markedly.
Better than when you first tried to play these refrains. And it's almost like the music is there and you know exactly what it's supposed to do, but it's taking a life of its own, and almost the same way that Fellier's boof when you were fighting the darkness earlier, a sound wave travels through this courtyard and disperses all of the fog. And beyond this courtyard, you see a beautiful rolling pasture, bright sunny skies, and this world that's kind of unfolding out beyond you. And even the courtyard itself looks cleaner and less dead than it had. And the sounds that you're playing resonate in such a way that it's like it lifts your spirits, and you all feel significantly better than you had before. Even to the point that like the vibrations rattle the locks on the chains of the gate, and the lock somehow jimmies itself open, falls to the side, and these black wrought iron gates swing open for you to walk into the rest of this world. And I believe with that, that's the end of our session today.
Could you always do that with music? Also,
Yes.
it's going to be a bright, sunshiny day.
Question. Can Mare have the wand just have like a little lighter flame at the top of it and just wave it while Tom's playing?
Yes. Yes, you can do
Sweet.
that.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
I love it.
Yeah, I think Tom's just gonna get lost in the music. I think he's really gonna
Alright.
enjoy playing this song.
Cool.
That's so
cool.
cool. This
Yeehaw!
was so great. It was such a
this
great
was so
session.
good. Yeah.
We're
Great for
gonna
Yaz.
go. Yeah, we're gonna go
Yay!
on a raid here in just a bit. But before we do, we're gonna let everybody say what their favorite part was, where we can find them, and anything else they want to talk about or plug. And let's start with Yaz. What was your favorite part of the session today? Where can we find you next? And anything you want to share?
My favorite part today definitely had to be the pace at which you solved my puzzle set was really fun. You did much better than I had anticipated. Like I had kind of prepared cushions for things, but you guys like picked it up really quick. I thought that was really great. And then you thought of really interesting out of the box moments, which I also deeply, deeply loved. You find me next Wednesday here. Was it 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time? I'll be playing Bambi from Exodus, the washed up starlit harlot of Exodus City.
Ooh, that's good.
That's such a great description.
And
That's fantastic.
then again, if you are interested in Beyond the Wall, for any capacity of time, which is the world that this game is taking place in, you can check out the author's Twitter here. Yeah, and that's it.
Super
That's my fun.
cool.
Awesome. Next, Hannah. What was your favorite part? Where can we find you? And anything else you want to share?
I think I really enjoyed when we all collectively remembered that Mao exists
Yeah, that was great.
and had forgotten up until that moment.
Yeah, that was good.
You guys or anyone can find me tomorrow at the same time as this stream, so noon Mountain Standard Time, where I'll be playing Elizabeth in the Time Travelers game. So look out for me there.
Fantastic. Next, we've got Anina. Favorite part? Where can we find you? And anything else you want to share?
Personally, as Faye, my favourite part was getting very upset about bees. Getting very, very upset about bees and what they don't
Humans so
understand.
obsessed with soup.
Don't eat soup. And also seeing my octopus become a eldritch horror. I enjoyed that. So, well, I'll be back here next week for some more angel shenanigans, and you can find me on the old YouTube on a channel called The Awkward Actress, and I'm gonna post the link into the chat now. Come and have
I have pressed the subscribe
come and have a
button.
look at some comedy, some sketch comedy, and also there's a dark drama pilot there too, if you want something darker.
Nice. It's funny. Like, I haven't seen the dark one yet, but I've seen some of the other stuff, and it is pretty darn funny.
Thank you.
Yeah. Paladin. What was your favorite part? Where can we find you next? And anything else you want to share?
My favorite part was all of Yaz's creativity here. Like, oh my god, you did such an awesome job. Like the descriptions as usual, but there was just so much for me to grab onto. I just had a blast. It was
Thanks so
amazing.
much.
Yeah. This was fun.
Very fun.
You can find me next Sundays over on Uncanny Adventures, where I play Holt, the pirate paladin who tries to make friends with all the evil pirates. We're still on the fucking island, still trying to get to our friends. You know, they're quite a ways into that island, but we'll get there, hopefully. You know, they're short episodes, all right, and they're only once every 2 weeks. And then Tuesdays, I return to Polished Cryptids channel, where I play Tom Rain, the Githzerai noble fighter, where we're gonna go on a boat. Yeah, that happened. We're gonna go exploring to a different community, and the lead up to that was so bizarre. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good
That's
stuff.
cool.
Yeah,
All right.
that's me.
Fantastic.
Raven.
That just leaves me. My favorite part, puzzles. Absolutely. I always love puzzles in tabletop games, or any games for that matter. But I loved that whole thing, and especially the accidentally turning the octopus into our little eldritch tentacle friend. Uh, that was just fun. But the whole thing was amazing. I love the wand thing. That's so cool. And the baddie that showed up is super creepy, and I'm excited to find out more about them later.
Just you wait.
Oh, I'm so excited.
But the whole thing was great. Everybody did such a good job, and it was so much fun. As for where you can find me next, I'll be back here in about 3 hours for Mouth of the Beast Below, which is our Zweihander game. We're going to be jumping into like the actual story stuff this week. We did character creation last week, so I'm excited to see all these characters actually interacting and get into some of the meat of the story. It's going to be a lot of fun. Aside from that, tomorrow I'll be producing Time Travelers at noon Mountain Time and GMing Animus Absentus at 6 p.m. Mountain Time here again. And then our raid cry is, what if we can't come back to Soup Bowl Puzzle? Feel free to copy that out of chat. And then we're going to go raid a friend of mine named Riley at the Arieli. She's doing a Saka punch needle project. Oh, that looks really cool. So yeah, go check it out. Give her a follow if you're not doing so already, because she's a pretty cool person and does a lot of really cool artsy stuff on there. And yeah, that's everything. So I will see you all in about 3 hours. Bye, everybody.
Hey.